generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go!
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We go! 8 read. Switch up, switch up. 58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Go, go, go. 58, right over there. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke, he's got it to Hilton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Left side. Touchdown, LA. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Ebron with it over the middle. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
That's another Colts first down. First down and goal to go.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. This is Hines. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Mike, 58, right there.
Second down and goal. Block. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Hey, Zoom. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Lock now on third and goal. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Back to throw. Love. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now a play fake, and it's locked. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Look at this. this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flushed out right, and this one complete to Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Gordon on first down. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Locke. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
To throw is Locke. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check out. 622. Check in. Check.
From the red zone now, Locke. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Reggie. Hey, orbit.
Locke throwing again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Locke. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Chargers.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's coming. Check in. We don't want this.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds right around the 20. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Locke now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down. It's Gordon. 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit.
Clock now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got it at the 15. A huge play that time for the Colts. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They look to throw. It's Locke. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Hines. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, Delta. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Be careful.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. You did it.
Locke working out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Locke. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Hey, Echo.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. 12. 11Z.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm going to run you over.
12.
Mike's part 9. Mike's part 9.
From the gun, here's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Here's Locke sliding out of the pocket. The free safety Malik Hooker there in coverage. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready?
To throw it is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing now is Locke. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
58, boys, 58, Mike. I'm here all day. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check out. 90. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to.